The ripple effect. A teacher's legacy. It was a cold and cloudy morning as Lily Jenkins walked into Oakridge Middle School. The school's tall, imposing building stood like a fortress, guarding the hopes and dreams of its students. Lily, a young teacher in her first year at Oakridge, couldn't help but feel a mixture of excitement and nervousness as she made her way to her classroom. Lily had always known that she wanted to be a teacher. From a young age, she had been captivated by the idea of molding young minds and making a difference in the lives of her students. She had a deep conviction that education could be the key to unlocking the potential within every child, no matter their background or circumstances. Her classroom, room 205, was a blank canvas waiting to be filled with the colors of learning and inspiration. As she set up her desk and arranged her materials, she couldn't help but think about the incredible teachers who had shaped her own life. One face, in particular, stood out: Mr. Anderson, her high school history teacher. His passion for teaching and his unwavering belief in his students had left a lasting impression on her. As the bell rang in her first class of the day, a group of energetic 7th graders filed into the room. Lily took a deep breath and stepped into her new role as their teacher. Little did she know that her journey at Oakridge Middle School would be a testament to the profound impact a teacher can have on the lives of their students. The struggle begins. The initial days of teaching were challenging for Lily. She had to grapple with classroom management, lesson planning, and finding ways to engage her diverse group of students. She soon realized that each of her students had unique needs, interests, and struggles. One student who stood out was Jamal, a quiet and introverted boy with a troubled past. Jamal had faced more adversity in his young life than most people ever would. He had been in and out of foster care, had changed schools multiple times, and was struggling academically. Lily could see the pain in Jamal's eyes and knew that she had to do something to help him. She spent countless hours after school, working one-on-one with Jamal, providing him with the support and encouragement he so desperately needed. She also connected with the school counselor and social worker to ensure that Jamal received the additional help he required. As the weeks turned into months, Jamal began to open up. He found solace in the world of history that Lily had introduced him to. He started participating in class discussions, and his grades began to improve. More importantly, he began to believe in himself. Lily had not only taught Jamal about history but also about resilience and the power of perseverance. Motivation through connection. Lily's impact was not limited to Jamal alone. Her enthusiasm for teaching, her genuine concern for her students, and her dedication to their success were contagious. Soon, the entire class was engaged and motivated to learn. One student, Emma, who had always struggled with math, found inspiration in Lily's teaching style. Lily made math fun and relatable, showing real-world applications of mathematical concepts. Emma began to ask more questions and seek help when needed. She started to believe that she could excel in a subject that had once been a source of frustration. Lily's ability to connect with her students extended beyond the classroom. She made it a point to attend her students' extracurricular activities, from soccer games to band performances. This showed her students that she cared about them not just as learners but as individuals with unique talents and passions. Inspiring through adversity. As the school year progressed, the challenges and adversity that Lily and her students faced were not limited to academics. Oakridge Middle School, like many public schools, struggled with budget cuts, overcrowded classrooms, and limited resources. Lily often found herself buying classroom supplies out of her own pocket and finding creative ways to make the most of what they had. One particularly difficult day, Lily's classroom flooded due to a burst pipe. It was a setback that could have easily demoralized her and her students. However, she turned it into a learning opportunity, engaging her students in a project to research and present on the causes and consequences of water damage. The experience taught them resilience and the importance of making the best of a challenging situation. Lily's dedication to her students did not go unnoticed. The school's principal, Ms. Walker, recognized her exceptional commitment and recommended her for a Teacher of the Year award. This recognition was a testament to the fact that excellence in teaching was not determined solely by test scores but by the lasting impact a teacher had on the lives of their students. The ripple effect. As Lily's first year of teaching came to a close, she couldn't help but reflect on the incredible journey she had embarked upon. Her students had grown not just academically but also emotionally and socially. They had learned important life lessons about resilience, determination, and the value of education. Jamal had not only improved academically but had also found stability in a loving foster home. Emma, once a struggling math student, had started tutoring her peers and mentoring younger students who faced similar challenges. Lily's influence had not only transformed individual lives but had set in motion a ripple effect throughout the school. The next school year, Lily's former students, now 8th graders, approached her with a plan. They wanted to start a school newspaper to showcase the positive stories of Oakridge Middle School. Lily eagerly supported their initiative and became the advisor for the newspaper club. Through their articles, they highlighted the achievements and resilience of their fellow students, creating a sense of pride and unity within the school. The school's atmosphere began to change. Students felt more connected and inspired, and the sense of community grew stronger. The teachers, inspired by Lily's example, also began to invest more in their students' lives, going beyond their roles as educators to become mentors and advocates. The teacher's legacy. Lily Jenkins continued to teach at Oakridge Middle School for several years, and her legacy grew with each passing class. She wasn't just an educator, she was a beacon of hope, a mentor, and a source of inspiration. Her belief in the potential of every student, regardless of their background or circumstances, had a profound and lasting impact on the entire school community. Many of her former students went on to achieve remarkable success in their lives. Some became doctors, lawyers, and engineers, while others pursued careers in education, inspired by the teacher who had changed their lives. Jamal, in particular, defied the odds and went on to earn a scholarship to a prestigious university. Lily's story was a testament to the power of dedicated teachers and the enduring impact they could have on the lives of their students. It illustrated how one person's passion, commitment, and belief in the potential of others could create a ripple effect that transformed an entire community. As Lily continued to inspire and motivate the students of Oakridge Middle School, she knew that her journey as a teacher was far from over. She was just one piece of the puzzle in the grand tapestry of education, but her dedication and the lives she touched would continue to resonate for generations to come. Her story was a reminder that, in the world of education, the most important lessons were often not found in textbooks but in the hearts and minds of those who dedicated themselves to the noble profession of teaching. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. The Teacher's Legacy. In a small, forgotten town named Meadowbrook, nestled deep within the rolling hills of the American Midwest, the winds of change had long since passed. The once thriving community had faded into obscurity, its glory days now just a distant memory. The town's only school, Meadowbrook Elementary, stood as a relic of better times, serving as a solemn reminder of what once was. The children of Meadowbrook Elementary came from humble backgrounds, their dreams shackled by the weight of their town's stagnation. They trudged through their days with a sense of monotony, their hopes for a brighter future dimming with each passing year. But amidst this gloom, a beacon of inspiration would soon emerge, a teacher who would change the course of their lives forever. Kimberly Mitchell, a young and passionate educator fresh out of college, had arrived in Meadowbrook with dreams of making a difference. She had heard tales of the town's struggles, but her idealism remained undeterred. The moment Kimberly stepped into the aging school, her heart brimmed with hope and determination. She knew that the path ahead would be fraught with challenges, but she was prepared to embrace them. Kimberly's journey began on a crisp autumn morning, with the sound of children's laughter echoing through the hallways. She took her place in room 203, a small, dimly lit classroom that had seen better days. The desks were worn, the chalkboard faded, and the books outdated, but none of this deterred her. She looked around the room, her gaze lingering on each empty desk, each one representing a life filled with untapped potential. As Kimberly's first students filed into the room, she greeted them with a warm smile, making every effort to memorize their names and engage with them on a personal level. They, in turn, eyed her curiously, wondering what this new teacher could possibly offer in a place where opportunities seemed scarce. Over the weeks and months that followed, Kimberly's dedication to her students was unwavering. She stayed late into the evening, preparing lesson plans and grading assignments, determined to provide the best education she could. She used her own meager salary to purchase books, art supplies, and even a few computers to bring innovation into the lives of her students. Her classroom became a haven of learning, a place where the walls seemed to burst with knowledge and creativity. Kimberly's enthusiasm was infectious. Slowly but surely, her students began to catch the flame of curiosity and ambition. They realized that education was their ticket out of Meadowbrook, their path to a brighter future. Kimberly nurtured their dreams, encouraging them to reach for the stars, no matter how unattainable they might seem. One of her most memorable students was Michael, a quiet boy with a gift for mathematics. In a town where most people's aspirations barely extended beyond the town limits, Kimberly saw the potential for something greater in Michael. She pushed him to participate in regional math competitions and secured a scholarship for him to attend a prestigious summer program. Michael's journey was not without its hurdles, but Kimberly's unwavering support kept him on the path to success. In her own unique way, Kimberly was changing the trajectory of Meadowbrook, one student at a time. Her classroom became a sanctuary for students to escape the struggles of their daily lives and to dream beyond the confines of the town. They learned not only about academic subjects but also about life, resilience, and the belief that they could break free from the chains of their circumstances. As the years passed, Kimberly's impact rippled through Meadowbrook. Former students returned to share their success stories and express their gratitude for her guidance. It was a testament to the power of a dedicated teacher to influence generations to come. But just as Kimberly had found her purpose in teaching, life presented her with a profound challenge. A sudden illness left her bedridden, unable to continue her work in the classroom. It was a dark time for Kimberly, as she watched her students struggle without her guidance. Yet, the legacy of Kimberly Mitchell continued to shine brightly. Her students, now young adults, rallied around her, determined to keep her dream alive. They took turns teaching each other, using the knowledge and values instilled in them by Kimberly. The community began to recognize the profound impact Kimberly had made, and they came together to support her in her time of need. The struggle to maintain her health was daunting, but Kimberly's spirit remained unbroken. She realized that her true legacy was not just what she had taught in her classroom but the inspiration and resilience she had ignited in her students. Through their collective effort and unwavering determination, they proved that the fire Kimberly had lit within them could never be extinguished. Kimberly's journey was a testament to the power of a single individual to inspire, motivate, and change the lives of many. In a town where hope had grown dim, she had brought a spark that would never fade. Her story, a tale of struggle, motivation, and inspiration, would be told for generations, a reminder that the impact of a dedicated teacher could transcend the confines of a small town and touch the lives of countless others. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. The Guiding Light. A Teacher's Legacy. Once upon a time, in a small, unassuming town named Cedarville, nestled among rolling hills and whispering pines, a remarkable journey began. In the heart of this tranquil town, there stood a modest brick school building, Cedarville Elementary School. It was here that an extraordinary teacher, Mrs. Eleanor Thompson, ignited the flames of inspiration and motivation in the lives of her students. Her impact on their lives was nothing short of miraculous, transforming struggling students into confident, capable individuals who would go on to achieve great things. Eleanor Thompson, or Mrs. Thompson as her students affectionately called her, was an unassuming woman. Her graying hair, kind eyes, and warm smile concealed the strength of character that lay within. She had been teaching at Cedarville Elementary for over 3 decades, and she had seen it all. Through her journey as a teacher, she had witnessed numerous challenges and struggles, both within her students' lives and her own. Yet, she had also witnessed the incredible power of education and the indomitable human spirit. Eleanor's story began as the daughter of a hard-working mechanic and a schoolteacher mother. Her parents had instilled in her the values of perseverance, compassion, and the importance of education. Growing up in a modest household, she had witnessed the impact her mother had on her students' lives and had been deeply inspired by the transformative power of teaching. It was her mother's words, "Teaching is not just a profession, it's a calling," that resonated in Eleanor's heart and ultimately led her to become an educator. As Eleanor walked into her classroom on the first day of each school year, she saw a new group of young faces, brimming with potential yet often burdened with life's challenges. Cedarville, like many small towns, had its share of economic hardships, broken families, and limited opportunities. It was in this backdrop that Mrs. Thompson's work truly shone. She saw her role not just as a teacher but as a guiding light, offering hope, wisdom, and a path to a brighter future. Eleanor's students came from diverse backgrounds and faced a wide range of difficulties. Some struggled with learning disabilities, others with poverty, and a few with family issues that weighed heavily on their young shoulders. In her classroom, all these differences faded into the background, and Mrs. Thompson instilled in her students a sense of equality, respect, and the belief that they could overcome any obstacle. She often said, "In this classroom, we are a family, and family helps one another." Among her students was young Sarah Patterson, a bright but timid girl who had recently lost her mother to a tragic accident. Sarah was struggling to cope with her grief, and her grades were slipping. Eleanor recognized Sarah's potential and was determined to help her overcome the darkness that had consumed her. She spent countless hours working with Sarah, offering not just academic support but a shoulder to lean on and a listening ear. Slowly, Sarah began to heal, finding solace in the kindness and care of her teacher. Eleanor's impact extended beyond the classroom. She encouraged her students to participate in extracurricular activities and volunteer work, instilling in them a sense of responsibility and empathy. One of her students, Mark Williams, who had been a troublemaker before joining her class, transformed into a compassionate and responsible young man. He began volunteering at a local animal shelter and discovered his love for animals. Years later, he would become a renowned veterinarian, attributing his success to the guidance and inspiration he had received from Mrs. Thompson. Eleanor's influence wasn't limited to academics either. She often invited guest speakers to her class, who shared their personal stories of triumph over adversity. These stories resonated deeply with her students, teaching them that life's challenges were not insurmountable obstacles but stepping stones to greatness. She often repeated the quote by Maya Angelou, "You may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated." One of the most unforgettable guest speakers was Michael Collins, a former astronaut who had walked on the moon. His visit to Cedarville Elementary left an indelible mark on the students, igniting their dreams of reaching for the stars. Little did they know that his words would influence one of their own, Tommy Mitchell, a quiet and reserved boy with an insatiable curiosity about the cosmos. Inspired by Michael Collins, Tommy pursued a career in astrophysics and would later become a prominent figure in the field of space exploration. The years rolled on, and Mrs. Thompson continued to shape the lives of her students. Each class that passed through her care became a close, knit family, supporting each other through trials and celebrating each other's triumphs. The impact of her teaching extended far beyond Cedarville, as her students went on to college, careers, and lives of purpose. One of her most challenging students was a young boy named Daniel Ramirez, who came from a troubled home and had a history of delinquent behavior. Mrs. Thompson saw the potential hidden beneath his tough exterior and decided to mentor him. She worked tirelessly to break through the barriers that had built up around him, and slowly but surely, Daniel began to change. With her guidance, he found an outlet for his anger and frustration through art, and he would go on to become a successful artist, painting vivid landscapes that captured the beauty of nature. One fateful day, the news of Mrs. Thompson's retirement came as a shock to the entire town. The community had come to depend on her wisdom and care, and her students felt a profound sense of loss. She had been the guiding light in their lives, and the prospect of facing the world without her was daunting. As Mrs. Thompson's retirement approached, her students decided to organize a grand farewell celebration to express their gratitude and admiration. It was a true testament to the impact she had on their lives. Former students, now successful professionals, flew in from different parts of the country to join the festivities. The event, held in the school's auditorium, was filled with touching speeches, heartfelt letters, and a surprise performance by Mark Williams, who had become a renowned singer, songwriter in addition to his veterinary career. During the ceremony, Sarah Patterson, who had overcome her grief and was now a successful therapist, stood before the crowd to speak about the profound influence Mrs. Thompson had on her life. With tears in her eyes, she said, "Mrs. Thompson taught me that even in the darkest of times, there is a light that can guide us. She showed me the power of resilience, kindness, and the unwavering belief that we can overcome anything life throws at us." Tommy Mitchell, the astrophysicist, spoke of how Mrs. Thompson had nurtured his passion for the stars and had given him the confidence to reach for the cosmos. He ended his speech with a quote from Carl Sagan, "Somewhere, something incredible is waiting to be known." Even Daniel Ramirez, the troubled young boy turned artist, presented Mrs. Thompson with a portrait he had painted. In it, she was depicted as a beacon of light, illuminating the path for her students. The painting captured the essence of her impact on their lives, and it moved everyone in the audience. As the ceremony came to an end, Mrs. Thompson took the stage, her eyes filled with tears of joy and gratitude. She said, "Teaching has been my life's greatest privilege. Each one of you has shown me the incredible strength and potential that resides within the human spirit. You are the embodiment of hope, resilience, and the power of education. Remember that you carry the torch now. It is your turn to be the guiding light for others, just as you have been for me." In the years that followed, the legacy of Mrs. Eleanor Thompson continued to flourish. Her former students, inspired by her teachings, went on to make a significant impact in their respective fields. Sarah Patterson helped countless individuals overcome their emotional struggles. Mark Williams used his music to raise awareness for animal rights. Tommy Mitchell made groundbreaking discoveries in the field of astrophysics, and Daniel Ramirez's art adorned galleries around the world, inspiring people with its beauty and depth. The students of Cedarville Elementary, molded by Mrs. Thompson's teachings, carried her torch forward, becoming beacons of light themselves. The little town of Cedarville witnessed a transformation as her students came back to invest in their community, creating educational programs, scholarships, and support networks for those in need. The story of Mrs. Thompson's impact on her students spread far and wide, touching the hearts of people from all walks of life. It served as a reminder of the profound influence that teachers can have on the lives of their students and the enduring legacy they leave behind. The journey of Mrs. Eleanor Thompson and her students was a testament to the power of education, the resilience of the human spirit, and the enduring impact of a teacher's guidance. It was a story of struggle, motivation, and inspiration, proving that even in the face of adversity, a dedicated teacher can change the course of countless lives, leaving a legacy that shines as brightly as a guiding light in the darkest of nights. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. The Guiding Light. A legacy of a schoolteacher's impact. Once upon a time, in a quaint little town nestled in the heart of America, there lived a woman named Maria Thompson. She was an unassuming figure, a schoolteacher in her mid-30s with a heart full of dreams and an unshakable determination to make a difference. Maria was born into humble beginnings and had faced her fair share of struggles, but she was a woman of remarkable resilience. Part 1: The Early Struggles. As a child, Maria's family had faced financial hardship. Her father, a hard-working farmer, and her mother, a dedicated homemaker, struggled to make ends meet. Maria was the eldest of 3 siblings, and she knew the importance of education from an early age. Although they didn't have much, her parents instilled in her the value of knowledge and the power of determination. Maria's father would often say, "Education is the path to a better life, my dear. You can achieve anything if you work hard and never give up." Those words became Maria's guiding light. Her school was a one-room building, a humble structure, with limited resources and even more limited opportunities. Despite the odds, Maria excelled in her studies. She was determined to create a better future for herself and her family. With each passing year, her dreams grew larger, and the obstacles seemed more formidable. But Maria's unwavering spirit carried her through. Part 2: A Teacher's Calling. Maria's life took a pivotal turn when she graduated from high school. She received a scholarship to attend the state university, which was a rare opportunity for someone from her background. Her dreams had expanded to include becoming a teacher. She wanted to impact the lives of young students, much like her own teachers had inspired her. During her college years, Maria encountered a variety of challenges. She faced academic difficulties and financial strain, but she remained persistent. With hard work and determination, she graduated with honors and earned her teaching certificate. The day she held that certificate in her hands, she knew she was one step closer to making her dreams a reality. After obtaining her teaching credentials, Maria returned to her hometown with a vision. She was determined to give back to her community, and she knew that the one-room schoolhouse was the perfect place to start. The school had seen better days, but Maria saw potential in it. With the support of the town's residents, Maria worked tirelessly to refurbish the school, securing donations and organizing volunteer efforts. Together, they transformed the once dilapidated building into a welcoming and inspiring place for learning. As the school bell rang for the first time in years, Maria welcomed a diverse group of students into her classroom. They came from different backgrounds, each with their own struggles and dreams. Maria's belief in her students' potential was unwavering, and she set out to make a difference in their lives. Part 3: Impact and Resilience. Maria's teaching methods were unconventional, to say the least. She encouraged her students to explore the world beyond textbooks. They learned about nature by taking field trips to the nearby woods, and they discovered the magic of storytelling through drama and poetry. Maria's classroom was a place of imagination and wonder, where students felt safe to express themselves. One of her most memorable students was a young boy named James. He came from a troubled home and struggled academically. Many had given up on him, but not Maria. She recognized the spark of potential in James and worked tirelessly to nurture it. Through patience and perseverance, James slowly began to believe in himself and his abilities. Maria's impact extended beyond the classroom. She organized community events and fundraisers, all aimed at improving the lives of her students and their families. The town's residents watched in awe as the schoolhouse became a hub of hope and positivity, a testament to the transformative power of education. Part 4: Passing the Torch. The years passed, and Maria continued to teach with passion and dedication. Her students went on to achieve great things, thanks to her unwavering belief in them. James, the troubled boy, became a successful lawyer, always attributing his success to Maria's influence. As Maria grew older, she realized that it was time to pass the torch. She retired from teaching but remained an active member of the community. She inspired other young teachers and continued to advocate for education. The one-room schoolhouse had become a symbol of hope, and its impact was felt far beyond the town's borders. Maria's legacy lived on through the generations. Her former students became teachers, doctors, lawyers, and community leaders. They, too, were inspired to make a difference in the lives of others, just as Maria had done for them. The one-room schoolhouse continued to thrive, serving as a beacon of education and opportunity. The town recognized Maria's contributions by naming the school after her. The Maria Thompson School became a place where dreams were nurtured and resilience was celebrated. It was a testament to the enduring power of one woman's determination and the belief that education could transform lives. Epilogue: A Guiding Light. Maria Thompson passed away at the age of 89, but her legacy lived on in the hearts and minds of countless individuals whose lives she had touched. Her story served as a reminder that one person's determination, coupled with the power of education, could break the cycle of poverty and transform a community. The impact of Maria's work extended beyond her lifetime. The students she had inspired continued to pay it forward, ensuring that future generations would have the opportunity to break free from the shackles of adversity and achieve their dreams. Maria's journey was a testament to the incredible impact that a schoolteacher could have on generations of students, leaving an enduring legacy of hope, resilience, and inspiration. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. A Teacher's Legacy. Planting Seeds of Success. Once upon a time, in a small town nestled among rolling hills and lush greenery, there lived a schoolteacher named Emily Anderson. She was an unassuming woman, known for her warm smile and a heart full of kindness. For nearly 4 decades, she had dedicated her life to shaping the minds of the young generation, instilling knowledge, values, and dreams within them. Her journey as a teacher was an epic tale of struggle, motivation, and inspiration that touched the lives of generations of students. Part 1: The Humble Beginnings. Emily Anderson's story began in the early 1970s. She was born into a simple family, where education was highly valued. Her parents, despite their limited means, encouraged her to excel academically. With their unwavering support, Emily was able to complete her high school education with distinction, but the road ahead was rocky. Emily's dream was to become a teacher, a noble profession she held in high regard. However, pursuing higher education required finances that her family simply did not have. Undeterred, she sought scholarships and worked part-time jobs to pay her way through college. Her struggle was an inspiring example of determination and resilience in the face of adversity. After years of hard work and sacrifice, Emily earned her teaching degree. In 1980, she stepped into her first classroom as a fresh-faced teacher at Brookside Elementary School. The students in her class were a diverse group, each with their own unique challenges and needs. Emily quickly realized that teaching was not just about imparting knowledge, it was about connecting with her students on a deeper level. She worked tirelessly to understand their individual learning styles and adapt her teaching methods to suit them. Her patience and dedication were unwavering, and her students responded in kind. The classroom became a place of learning, but also of inspiration and encouragement. Part 2: A Teacher's Impact. Over the years, Emily's reputation as a dedicated teacher grew. Her classroom was a safe haven for her students, a place where they felt valued and heard. She instilled in them a love for learning, an unwavering work ethic, and a sense of responsibility. Emily's impact went far beyond academics. She nurtured the hearts and minds of her students, helping them discover their passions and dreams. One of her most memorable students was Sarah, a quiet, introverted girl with a gift for poetry. Emily recognized Sarah's talent and encouraged her to explore her creativity. With Emily's guidance, Sarah blossomed into a confident young woman and eventually pursued a career in writing. The impact of her teacher's belief in her echoed through Sarah's poetry and essays, touching the hearts of countless readers. Despite the incredible impact she had on her students, Emily faced her share of challenges. Educational budgets were tight, and she often had to use her own money to buy supplies for her classroom. The curriculum changed frequently, requiring her to adapt her teaching methods continuously. The demands of standardized testing sometimes seemed to stifle creativity and the love of learning. Emily's personal life also faced its own share of struggles. She lost her beloved husband, Mark, to a sudden illness, leaving her to raise their 2 children on her own. Yet, through it all, she continued to teach with the same passion and dedication, serving as an example of resilience and strength to her students. Part 3: A Lasting Legacy. As the years passed, Emily watched as her students graduated and moved on to various paths in life. Many became successful professionals, artists, and community leaders. They credited their achievements to the lessons they had learned in Emily's classroom, not just academic knowledge but the values of perseverance, empathy, and the importance of giving back. Some of her former students, inspired by Emily's dedication, chose to become teachers themselves. They carried on her legacy, passing down the values she had instilled in them to the next generation of students. The impact of Emily's teaching rippled through the community, affecting countless lives. After 40 years of teaching, Emily faced the difficult decision of retirement. Her health had begun to decline, and she knew it was time to pass the torch to the next generation of educators. Her retirement was bittersweet, as the school and the community celebrated her years of service. Former students, now parents and professionals in their own right, came to express their gratitude for the impact she had on their lives. One of Emily's former students, Daniel, had been deeply influenced by her teaching. He went on to become an education advocate, fighting for better resources and opportunities for underprivileged students. He was determined to carry forward Emily's legacy and ensure that all children had access to quality education. Daniel's efforts led to improvements in the local school system. He established scholarships in Emily's honor and worked with the community to create programs that supported struggling students. Emily's legacy was not only preserved but expanded, impacting an even wider audience. Part 4: The Circle of Life. As the years passed, Emily watched from the sidelines as her former students became parents themselves. They shared the stories of their beloved teacher with their own children, passing on the values and life lessons they had learned in her classroom. The circle of life continued, and Emily's impact extended to the next generation. In the twilight of her years, Emily reflected on her life's journey. She had faced adversity, made sacrifices, and poured her heart and soul into her work as a teacher. Her legacy was not defined by wealth or fame but by the lives she had touched and the positive change she had brought to her community. Emily's story served as an enduring testament to the power of education and the profound impact a single teacher could have on generations of students. Her journey was a source of inspiration for all who had the privilege of knowing her or hearing her story. On a sunny day in late spring, the community gathered to celebrate Emily's 90th birthday. Though her steps were slower, her smile still radiated warmth and kindness. Her former students, now grandparents and community leaders, spoke of the enduring impact she had on their lives. As Emily looked out at the crowd, she realized that her struggle, motivation, and inspiration had transcended time and place. Her legacy would continue to inspire generations to come, just as it had for those who had the privilege of being her students. In the end, Emily's story was a testament to the enduring power of education and the profound impact a single teacher could have on the world. It reminded us all that in the hearts of dedicated educators like Emily Anderson, the seeds of success were sown, and the harvest would continue to nourish the world for generations to come. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. Please hit the like button if you like this video, and hit the subscribe button to learn English through watching these kinds of interesting stories daily. Please click on the screen on any video showing on your screen to watch it next. Once again, thank you so much for watching this video till the end.